Amitabh Kant, does this come up in conversation? It's across the media, but if you look at any of the international papers, it's definitely front page or being pushed very heavily. But in your conversation with different countries, trade delegations, companies, do you think this is a fear which could hold back the India story?
Well, I met about 30 different people. I participated in about 5 or 6 different sessions today. Not a single person raised this issue. They all talked about the attractiveness and the positivity of India, but no one raised this issue. The first time I'm hearing this is from you at Davos.
He's always glib with words. Even if he heard it, what else do you expect Amitabh Kant to say when he's on TV?
No, this is a issue which is being raised in India. Nobody here in Davos has even mentioned it or bothered about it. Let me tell you this and be honest to yourself. Nobody here has talked about it other than Rahul Kanwal.
Okay, interesting. I want to get TV Narendran on in this because you're also interacting a lot with investors in Europe and elsewhere. Do you think this becomes an area of concern which should be looked at very carefully? Or if they are willing to invest in China, given all that's wrong with the China story, it doesn't really matter?
Yeah, I think the answer is there, right? I mean, no country is perfect, right? Every country has its own challenges. And I think people look at India as a large, complex country, which is a very vibrant democracy, and there will be issues which are raised and get sorted out. I think that's the way they see it. And I think there are different parts of India. If you're not comfortable in one part, you can go to the other part. So I don't see it as a big issue. I think there will be more questions asked about what's our position on Ukraine, for instance, etc., for global companies, because there's a position being taken on that. But I don't think it's going to deter investors yet. I don't think we've reached that stage. Yes, it's...
One of the gauges of the mood of the economy, Amitabh Chaudhary, is the manner in which the markets are faring. And the outlook, even at this moment, looks bearish. From your perspective at Access, what's your sense of how much further the market could dip? Do you see some kind of a bottom building, or do you think that it's too uncertain to be able to say, and therefore being wary is the way to go?
Well, if you could predict the markets, you would not be sitting here.
But you're broad out.
But no, I think that right now the mood is a bit bearish because of all that's happening around us, especially the uncertainty and the volatility. But as Amitabh Kant very clearly said, that it's just a matter of time before things come back. And I think the Indian story for the next couple of decades looks very, very strong. And if we can execute on that story and ensure that we don't go 2 steps forward, 1 step backward, I think it can be a great time for India.
Well, the world has changed in different ways, and so has the World Economic Forum. Ordinarily, would be shivering if you were sitting here. Do you prefer the chill of January or the sun of May?
Oh, the chill of January any day. It's far more fascinating.
Oh, when people come in January, they're cribbing all the time about how cold it is.
Yeah, but it's very, very different. It's very nice. It's lovely. This view is much like you'll get in Dharamshala or you'll get in Chamoli. So it's like being in Uttarakhand.
Okay, Sanjiv, which one do you prefer? You've been coming here for a decade plus, slipping in the snow or walking in this Dharamshala-like weather?
You know, I would always prefer the spring of May, but we seem to be here in the Indian summer, sweating away.